agencies do yeoman's work in trying to implement all of the regulations that California has. And so if we can simplify the process for projects that are environmentally beneficial, voluntary restoration projects, they can spend more of the time they need on other types of permitting efforts.
The Department of Fish and Wildlife here in California has truly been a partner in helping us move this forward. I think they understand that we can have a regulatory environment that protects our environment and allows projects to move forward.
California is this incredible state. We're one of the hot spots for biodiversity in the world, but that also means because of our growing population and all the activity here that we have 350 species, different species that are threatened or endangered, and they all depend on habitat. And that's why restoration is needed, and because they're threatened, that restoration is really needed now, not years from now.
So I think it's a benefit for landowners, benefit for the non-governmental organizations and other agencies that will work on these projects. And at the end of the day, a landowner will be able to say that they have done their part to assure that the habitat that they control on their land is not only being maintained for their benefit, but for the benefit of all of California.
I hope that a project like completing the 11th remediation to migration barrier in Carpinteria Creek shows that regional community we can be a trusted partner to expedite good restoration projects. And it's been my experience with landowners that perhaps the most important variable is trust.
We set a whole series of criteria in the legislation to guarantee that we still maintain strong environmental protection. This is not about changing the regulations to undo environmental law and environmental protection. This is about making sure that when a project meets our environmental regulations, it can be fast-tracked because it has met those regulations.
Efforts that have been started many years ago by the Carpinteria Creek Watershed Coalition to help bring the community together and realize the vision of removing the barriers and restoring the health of the Carpinteria Creek are finally getting to the point where we can say the barriers are gone and the fish can make it home. The project at Upper Carpinteria Creek removed a bridge that was undersized as well as about 100 feet of concrete from the stream channel that were preventing steelhead trout from migrating up the creek. And now that bridge is gone, the concrete is gone, and fish are now able to meander through a beautiful creek that will be vegetated here soon, and the riparian canopy will be restored back to the previous conditions in the near future. The Habitat Restoration and Enhancement Act allowed our project to receive a permit from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife in a more effective, efficient time frame. Personally, the recovery of steelhead trout, specifically here in my backyard, is something that has been great for me. I have an 8-year-old son, and one of the things that I've tried to teach him over the years is you always put things back where you find them, or as close to his back as what you could find them in nature. And for my line of work, that's what I'm doing. We're trying to put things back to as close as we can, back to natural conditions.